Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we are doing a quick draft of the Brothers War. Um, so without any further ado, we are going to jump in there and get this thing started. Hopefully we can outperform our last one. Okay. I think Caged Sun is probably better than this Legions to Ashes card. The number of times that, like, you can blow up all of somebody's power stones with this, but it just hits tokens or copies, so or tokens with the same name, I should say. I mean, it just is just a solid like murder effect, but I think I'm gonna take the Caged Sun. Just big mania, lots of mania. This card is great. Looking at the rest of the stuff in its pack, there's some good stuff, but I don't think there's anything that outclasses it. That. So, considering we are gonna try and play this Caged Sun, we might want to lean white or lean into one color in particular. Right? We have. So, this is quite good. Good. Blitz Automaton's also decent. Aeronaut Cavalry, if we wind up going Soldiers, is pretty solid. I'm probably just overthinking this. I should probably just take Foundry Inspector. Also just leaves us open, right? Yeah. Okay, now I want to just play mono white. Lay down arms. Scrapbook Rager is very good. We might take that and then just like splash black for the unearth. Or we could take the ambush paratrooper. Let's just take this thing. I like it. Yeah, just lean artifacts and white. I think this is gonna be potentially successful if we're playing like a mono. So a 5 mana 6/6 trample. If we lean like super heavy on white, I think I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this thing. It's not typical, and I wouldn't like advise. We take the Onulet or this thing. I think we take this thing. Yeah. Stuff that's lower on the curve. This card is terrible. I don't think we play anything we pull here. Like, we could just take this and never play it for green, but that seems like a bad plan. I'll take the Power Blade and maybe play that. We get the Paratrooper anyway. Both of these are pretty poor in my opinion. Disenchant solid. I'm going to take the Diabolic Intent. Constructed purposes, but also, like, just, it is good. Maze Mind Tome is insane. We're going to lean. So, take the Ocean Medic. Power Stone Engineer here. Pull Recommission. Power Stone Engineer. We've got some stuff that that I could work with. I kind of like that. Yeah. Take the playable here. Take like a tower worker here. Maybe assemble them. Okay, I like that. The Argavian Avenger. It's very nice. Like, these cards are just... Like, this card does not excite me. In fact, it actively... Not playing a random 8-6 minutes. That's not happening. What do we have here? So nothing here. Like, Self-Assembler is pretty good. Because it can get Mine Worker and Tower Worker. So it's just a 4/4 that gets Thing. I'm gonna take the Gwenai because it's a playable rare for collection building. Yay! That's fun. Aeronaut Cavalry. So here we have like the Scrapwork cohort is okay. Lauren's pretty good. We don't have any other legends, so like Lauren is just ETB, return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand. Scrapwork cohort is an artifact, like a 4-mana 3/1. I guess this could rebuy like some of our more powerful stuff. So it's probably better than a second cohort. But then again, like cohort and Thopter Architect play well together. It's hard to say. That's mana sink. Something to pump all our mana into. Draw some cards. I think I'm more inclined to take another tower worker over a retrieval unit. We could take overwhelming remorse, but we've already got some pretty decent removal spells, considering we're gonna be leaning very heavily into white. This is lower on the curve, though. I think this is probably better. Cards I'm not super happy about, but we'll play anyway. At this point, we could take the Sigil and smack with, like, some of this stuff. Lauren's Escape is also decent. Let's take the Sizzle? Take the Sizzles. Yeah. That's about right. Argavian Avenger. Love this card. Hey, we get the Self-Assembler back. So... never punished. I'll take the Refractor. Not that I'm gonna run it, most likely, but we'll have it. Oh my god. Well, we're so late in. Let's just, oh, we only have 2 of these. We'll take the Follow Crew just because it's an uncommon. And yeah. Card's actually quite good. Hey, we got Lauren's Escape on the wheel. Alright, so this is either gonna be great or horrible. So what I'm gonna do, cut all the black cards. Cut this Stochasti's Dig Site. Mono white. Let's take a look at this. So the Energy Refractor is literally just paying for the Rager rebuy. And cycling in the deck as it stands. Oh, and the Harvester rebuy. I don't know that we necessarily want to be this aggressive, right? We have a very aggressive bent right now. But it could work. It could work. Considering we're not deliberately putting anything in the graveyard, I'm gonna cut that. Disenchant staying in, Lay Down Arms is staying in. Eight cuts. Cut this Escape. Yeah, we've got to cut some creatures. So, what's not good? Honestly, a one-time rebuy is probably not going to cut it. We didn't assemble the Triad. So we may just cut all of them. This having reach though is something that I'm interested in, and also being a hit on recruitment officer. We could cut the airlift chaplains. What do we have in terms of like flying and stuff like that? Not very much. Yeah, the Argavian Avengers. Like, I love these cards. I love these things. They're really, really good. I think we want to keep the sigil in for like the combat thresher and stuff. I'm gonna cut this black stuff entirely. And then we can get rid of the energy refractor and one of these chaplains, which I'm not super happy about. 16 creatures, 17. Yeah. I like this. I mean, maybe it's terrible, but we'll see. We will see. You know, good decks, they really just... they feel good, and this doesn't necessarily feel good, but... you know, mana's never gonna screw us, so... question here is, do we mulligan? Because we've got 4s and 5s. I think we do. Okay, this is solid. Put back a tower worker? Maybe we should just put back up planes, though. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Opponent feeling confident. So we could block here and then Foundry Inspector and Aeronaut's Wings next turn. I think I like that. Awesome. Deck thyself. Foundry Inspector. Aeronaut's Wings. They have the Kayla Bin Krug. Aww. No, that's okay. You can hit me for 2. I'm gonna have to run this out. Take 11. It's real unfortunate. This is like super bad for us. They have something. Vanguard gives itself +2/+0. So it'll trade with the combat thresher if it swings. But I can do this, take 4, go to 1. Unless they have a trick, in which case we die. But if they have a trick, we die anyway. You idiot. However they played that card was gonna work. But they wanted to get cute with it, so. This is actually a great hand. So they could have a Lorenz Escape with that white source untapped. I would like to lay down arms on that Argothian Sprite, because it's a problem for us. But I guess we can always lay down arms on it. So let's run out Foundry Inspector. So probably trade for something. Yeah. They do nothing. Play planes. I hate that they did nothing. Like, it bothers me. Like, they have dig sites, so they probably are searching for a white source here. They had a land. Yep. Oh, cool. Okay. Um, 6, so this is 1 off of being activated. And being more dangerous than the power plant worker. I think. Well, first off, equip up the Foundry Inspector. And I think we can just swing. And then... maybe the power plant worker's just correct. Yeah. And 4 mana efficiency, we're going to do this Airlift Chaplain. Not that I'm a huge fan. Maybe shouldn't have even taken that. So planes. Actually, no, we don't have to suit up the Arcane Adventure. We can just pop it in the air. So, drop Power Stone Engineer, Recruitment Officer, pop this into the air, and crunch them. Pass. I should run the cohort back there as well. Okay, and it looks like we're punished for it. Because they have 2 flying blockers now. So, what we're going to do is... Well, they have 2 flying blockers. We have 3 attackers. In the air. We can get another ground attacker, so we're attacking 6 to 4, which is 2 getting through. And then just ensure that everything, any combination of 2 is lethal. I don't think we can actually do that. What we can do is make them have to block 2 flyers. And kill everything they have. Yeah, because we can give the Avenger Death Touch. Which does kill it, but also wipes out their big blocker. Yeah, just wipes out everything they have. big. And that's Argavian Avenger being just a wonderful, wonderful card. Wow, Ivory Tower. Okay. We're in for a long game here. They're gonna mill themselves out. I mean, here's hoping they just mill themselves out. Trying to keep their hand up and playing these gnawing vermins and stuff. That is insanity. Just insanity. This is also insanity, but, you know, different kind of insanity. Oh god, I am so happy that we have this Maze Mind Tome, because if we didn't, we would be dead. So, thoughts here. We could just path the Rager. I don't think that's worth it. Yet. If they don't deck themselves, I'm gonna lose my mind. Draw, 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 draw. I mean, 22 to 25. We're not even keeping up. Like, we've drawn an extra card every turn, and we're not keeping up. So, I mean, we are keeping up in terms of card advantage, but we're not keeping up in terms of, like, just number of cards gone through. So we can just burn this whole Maze Mind Tome. Disenchants instant speed, so we can just let that go. They gain nothing. I mean, we could sit back, relax, and just grind this out. And their entire board has been stymied by a 1-3, which it's just funny. That's more draw. That's more card advantage. Just more card advantage. These are the only things that have been, like, odd from them. Oh, that's sad. Well, if they're going to be coming in... And this is also quite bad. Just get rid of the Rager. You can have a bunch of life. That's fine. I'd like to draw like a recruitment officer here. Would be great. Oh, sad day. Bin's Chromatic Star, which again just draws a card. Alright, there we go. A thing. They've used 2 disenchants. I'm pretty comfortable with this thing. The Ocean Dissident. Use Kite. Play another Plains. Your Yotian Dissident can go away. And I have some Aeronaut's Wings. And I'm going to slap on this thing. Give it Vigilance. And smash you with it. I think that's fine. Anything they play... We could have given it haste last time. And then... This is insane. Hopefully whatever they're ramping into, we can just disenchant. I would also like to, like, draw something other than a land, but, you know, 6 of them still in the deck. What are you going to do? That's a clock. Oh, that is so bad. I can't block that. I can't. If I block it, my dies. Yotian Medic. Give this vigilance. Move the wings. Pass the turn. This is ridiculous. Just absolutely insane. of 17. No search at all. And that kills us. That has been exceedingly common in this format. And I'm not sure why. To just draw an inordinate number of your lands. I'm not sure if there's something in, like, the particular cards that exist in the format that make it that way, if there's not a lot of, you know, draw to get through your deck, or what it is, but it has been, or if the cards are just not impactful enough. Right. Maybe that's what we're dealing with. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Each other creature. It doesn't count itself, so. We're just gemming Cage Stun here, hoping that they don't have artifact removal. They've let the, we now have just oodles of mana, right? We can play this and draw, and then we can play we want to do this pre-combat, but we also also doing it pre-combat Means that we can't move the sigil this turn. I guess that's fine though. I guess that's fine. Just bash him with a 6/5. It might have actually been worth just playing the Combat Thresher for 3 because we would have a boatload more mana available, and it would just be a 2/2 instead of a 3/3. Well, now they're pretty much dead. Well, we immediately move this onto here. I ate a double strike. Yeah, my stuff is so friggin' huge, it's not even funny. They made a 6/6. Like, I can swing with an 8/8 double strike again next turn. I can pump my team and swing with a wall of stuff. Just like the haymakeriest of draws. Okay. Hopefully we draw something beyond this, right? I mean, this is like a keepable hand, but like we kind of need to draw something other than planes, and so that first planes being drawn is pretty bad. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have maybe a reasonable draw. That just has to go, right? Yeah, that has to go. Less than or equal. That's mana value, yeah. That just had to go. Excellent. One of their power cards has been milled. It's very nice for us. We're going to run out this Architect and smack them. Oh no, post-combat. You get flying. It's silly, but it worked. You know, it's fine. The trade actually sets us up quite well. I'm sorry, what? In what world do you think that's gonna work? I am going to not run that out. I'm going to run that out next turn, because that gives us flying on on two of our creatures. They're looking at a removal spell here, which is unfortunate. Or we could play the Steel Exemplar and like maybe trade for the Soul Flare here. Yeah. Give yourself flying. Kraken. Like, I'm kind of just okay trading with the Soul Flare. Oh, that's sad. They scooped. I mean, they were in a bad spot, but they didn't know that. I mean, they kind of knew that, but they also didn't necessarily know that. Aetherflix Reservoir, just so you're all aware, it's not a draft card. You don't play that in draft, right? Oh, that's bad. This card is so bad for us. Like I'll trade for that with like anything. Any of this stuff. Tradesies. Like Cage Stun is huge for us. Maze Vine Tome is huge for us. So this thing is super super bad. Snap Block. Yeah, I don't care. That's not why I was oh, that's awful. That's so bad. Not this thing. Hit them. So they're white-green, but they don't have any green at the moment. Which is, like, pretty okay for me. But at the same time, it's still a bad spot to be in. So we're going to go Scrapper Cohort. Give the Ocean Medic flying. Give yourself flying. Smack him in the face. Recruitment Officer. to make a 4/4. Snap trade. There. So we can disenchant this 4/4, or just let the 4/4 stand. Run out the Steel Exemplar as a 6/6. I think that, yeah. Yeah, run this out as a 6/6. Bump yourself into the air. Smack them. We're opening ourselves up to the post here, but that's, you know, that is what it is. And they scooped to a 6/6. Yeah, it's tough when you don't have your second color. That is another thing about this format. There is not a lot of fixing. What fixing there is also doesn't look very good. It is quite good, but it's not land-based, so it can be interacted with. There is like evolving wilds, but that's not always available. And then there's energy refractor, which is it's tough because, you know, maybe you get one or two of them, but you don't really want to play more than that. And in order to really have reliable fixing, you kind of have to have those. Otherwise, you're really at the mercy of the draw. This is quite good. We're up against a diamond drafter, which likely means someone quite good at the game. I'm going to offer the trade here. Okay. They don't go for it. I mean, I wouldn't go for it either, but, you know, one can always hope. We're going to run out the ramp here. And pass. Red has the destroy an artifact thing. Okay, that I don't care about. They've played very conservatively with this, Shadow. I'm gonna run this out. We're also playing very conservatively with our Maze Mind Tome, so it's not like it's. That's a War Plow, yeah. They haven't had an answer to my artifacts because we haven't. Well, I mean, we haven't been using them, but they haven't had an answer yet. So I'm just gonna run out the Caged Sun here and hope that that continues to be the case. And the Exemplar is just gonna hold down the fort for a minute. And now we have 1,000,000 mana. So there is a question here as to whether the Warplow or the Shadow is more dangerous, or more of a problem for us. I think first things first, we run out the Cavalry. This is going to have to put a counter on this recruitment officer. And I am going to play the Laydown Arms. I'm not sure on what. I think the Misery Shadow, I think that's more of a problem for us than the Warplow. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Yeah, that's fine. Again, like we could just run this out for 3 and it would be a 2/2 still. I'm gonna draw first. Or we could run it out for 7 and like that's entirely reasonable. Tap that. Let's undo that. Let's go to combat. Hit them with a 2/3 in the air. I am gonna run this out as a 2 as a tap right. And they scoop. Because it's white, so we get to have a 2/2 for 3 mana instead of a 3/3 for 7, right? Now the 3/3 is better, but it's not that much better. Sigil. Don't disenchant me, bro. Don't disenchant me. Let's run it out. Let's see what happens. They'll probably disenchant me. But this cantrips, so that's nice. We can play like Foundry Inspector suited up, or Adopt their Architect next turn. That card is so freaking busted. Let's run out Thopter Architect. I mean, we can just dump a ton of stuff next turn. Give our team flying and bash them to pieces, hopefully. And no matter how big they make this mask token, we can always lay down arms. Warden Recluse. Well, that's unfortunate. So I think actually what we do here is Foundry Inspector. Give this flying. Not that it matters. Suit it up. Wipe out the spider. And smack with a 3/3 double strike. And the reason we wipe out the spider there is so that they don't... Well, I guess double block doesn't really work. But the spider's just annoying. I don't want to have to deal with it in the future either. Yeah. I mean, we'll give this stuff flying, but we're not going to attack with it, because this is just better. Right? Just... insanity. Oh no! So we're looking for Disenchant. It's not a Disenchant. Let's move this over to... So it has to get above 4 tough. No, it doesn't. We can move it to Scrapwork. And actually, we're going to run out these as well, so it maximizes damage. We could have held the Paratrooper, which might have been correct, because the Paratrooper being like a surprise means that they don't know that we can do a go wide swing next turn instead of a go tall or whatever. Okay. 2 top. Yeah. I believe this is final boss time. After an inauspicious start, we have achieved final boss status. So, yeah. This has just been a really strange... So this is a dubious keep. We have 3 3-drops, a 2-drop, and a 6-drop. So if we draw lands or ways to ramp, really it's just lands. Like, we need 1 land, and then this hand pops off. And there's the land. Swift Spear. Yeah. What is blocking? Well, I mean... Okay, I'll take the damage. I'll take it there. Combat Thresher. I think we just run out the Thresher. This disenchant is likely to be pretty bad against this opponent. Oh, never mind. We found our disenchant target. So we're going to run out Foundry Inspector. What is this? Yeah. No more of that. So we can actually afford to trade off this Foundry Inspector here. Because we are going to have 6 lands next turn. We could play the Arabian Avenger or the Caged Sun. Rumble. Attack with just the Air Marshal. That I will not block. Alright. Oh, I just have to take that. I just have to take it. So the question becomes here, can we kill them? Right? So if we 2, strap up the Thresher. 5 for the Avenger. So the Thresher would be 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. If we can pump after that. Leaves us with, yeah, that leaves us with 6 mana, so that's... I think we have lethal. Right, because this is 3... Give it haste. Pump the team. Give it flying. For 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this should be lethal in the air. Whoo! Exactsies on the final boss. Oh. That's quite good. I mean, so if you need any more evidence that monocolored can work, look no further. It can work in this format. Um, that was just wild. I hope you enjoyed that.